confident me time. Now, I'm actually quite emotional as I have kids your age, and these things that we're going to learn about are so fundamental to our happiness, well-being, and confidence. But it's crazy because so few adults even know about them. I am so happy to be on this journey with you and our team to discover our incredible human powers. Have you ever heard of introspection? Introspection. It's the act of knowing oneself, but not just what we see on the outside, on the inside. How do you know what's going on inside yourself if you can't see it?
It's complicated.
The power of introspection is knowing yourself and having a good relationship with yourself.
Introspection is also known as self-awareness. Now, the person that we spend the most time with is ourselves. We're with ourselves our whole life, 24/7. So our relationship with ourselves is so important. Now, no one ever taught me this until I was 35 years old. Right, let's check in with the team.
It's really important to have a good relationship with yourself, because if you don't, you could think bad thoughts about yourself and hurt yourself and dislike yourself.
If I didn't have a good relationship with myself, then maybe I'd try to look at other people, maybe try to be like them.
When you don't have a good heart, it means you can hurt someone's feelings and be a bully.
I think I would want a relationship with myself, and that's good because when you're alone, you always feel comfortable with yourself.
If you didn't have a good relationship with yourself, then you'd come across quite upset and moody and annoyed all the time, and you just wouldn't seem okay towards other people, and it might make other people feel uncomfortable and that they don't want to be around you, and that could create more of an inner sense of not wanting to be around yourself.
Now, the surprising thing is that even adults who know how important it is to have a great relationship with ourselves will often still not spend enough time thinking about themselves or caring about themselves, because it doesn't always come naturally. But this is essential if we want to become happier and more confident. Being able to think about our thoughts and analyse them is one of the main things that differentiates us humans from animals. When we better know and understand ourselves, when we know what makes us happy, what makes us sad, what makes us scared, what makes us calm, so the more we can help ourselves be happy. When we know ourselves, we have the courage to express ourselves more openly and honestly with others. And when we can do that, we can relate better to others. So how can we know ourselves better? Well, one of the best ways is to start understanding how our brain works. Unlocking this knowledge is key to unlocking our magic human powers. Are you ready to go? Professor, are you ready?
Ready for a journey inside your brain. There are 4 main parts of the brain: the brain stem, the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the frontal cortex. Meet brain stem. The brain stem is very reliable. It has everything under control. It's in charge of our basic and functional needs. Is my heart beating? Tick. Am I breathing? Tick. Are we sleeping? Tick. Are we eating? Tick. Any of the functions you need to stay alive, brainstem is there. Now, meet amygdala. Amygdala is your inner ninja. Think of this as a friend who's always looking out for your safety, but can sometimes be overprotective. It jumps into action if there's a fire or if someone shouts at us, but it can also spring into action if we're worried or embarrassed about something, even when we'd rather it didn't. This is hippocampus. Always busy filing away facts, memories, what we like, what we don't like. It scurries around storing new information and retrieving memories. Welcome, frontal cortex. How are you doing today? Frontal cortex is in charge most of the time. It's responsible for rational thinking, decision-making, planning, and regulation. It allows us to think about ourselves and the consequences of our actions. The problem is that if amygdala is ringing the danger alarm, frontal cortex might shut down and we lose control and we do things that we might regret. So, thanks to the connection between all of these different parts of our brains, we have control over our bodies and we have the power of introspection. Back to you, Emma.
Wow! Thank you, Professor. Okay, so it is fascinating to understand how our brain works. By knowing ourselves and understanding ourselves and being able to express ourselves, we can be happier and have better relationships with ourselves and other people. I asked a friend who has discovered this magical power if they could share how it's changed them.
The most important lesson I learned from being in primary school was to be true to myself, to love the things I love doing, not care about what other people say. I ended up trying to fit into a crowd where that wasn't the people I liked. It was the people everyone else liked. It was the popular kids. A turning point in my life would be when I went into year 9 and when I really said to myself, I'm going to, for the first time, enjoy the things I like doing, do the things I like doing and not care about what other people say or think. And that is when I really started becoming happy. And I started gaining friends instead of me trying to gain friends. Everything came naturally.
Thank you so much for sharing. Now, the thing that I have done that's helped me with this power more than anything is realizing when I am overthinking. I've done it my whole life. And now when I find myself doing it, I stop, I take a step back, I breathe, and I try and move forward slightly more focused. I hope that you have enjoyed your introduction to the power of introspection. We'll see you soon.